Hi everyone, my name is Jeff, and today I'll be running through how to put a Samsung device into kiosk mode. Now, the first thing to take note that this only works on Samsung safe devices, such as a Note 3 or a Samsung S6, right? It does not work on a LG device or a Sony device. So the first thing that we need in order to enable the kiosk mode is we actually need to enable the Samsung Safe API key on the mobile device, right? So the first thing that you need to do is to create a Samsung MDM license key policy, and in there you actually have this specific string value, right? Just by pushing this ELM key to the mobile device, you'll be able to activate the Samsung Safe policies on the mobile device, okay? So the next thing that we actually need to implement in order to do this is we actually need the Android connection settings. So this will enable the Android device to connect back to our XenMobile server. So the current setting for this would be to require the device to connect at all times. Okay, so this would mean that any policies that are pushed down to the Android devices are active on the spot itself with no delay. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we actually need to create a new policy. So over here you can actually see a kiosk policy. So we can actually specify different things in this kiosk policy. So I've actually pre-created one in the XenMobile server over here. Okay, so I've given it the name Android underscore kiosk, and over here you can see that I've got kiosk mode enabled. I specify a password in order to unlock the device, and I've actually uploaded specific images for the home as well as the lock image. I'll show you that how that looks like in a while. And I've actually specified for only the Citrix works web to actually run on the mobile device, right? So you can specify a few apps to run it on the Android itself to enable kiosk mode to a certain few apps. Okay. So the next thing that we need to do is we actually need to assign these policies to a delivery group. So what I've done in this instance is I've created a delivery group called kiosk mode. And in that delivery group, in my Active Directory, I created a kiosk OU as well as a kiosk group security group. And I've placed one user in that particular security group. Okay, so now I'll be assigning the required policies in order to enable kiosk mode to this security group of users. Okay, so as you can see, I have my Android connection settings as well as an app inventory policy as well as enabling the safe key APIs. I'll now drag and drop the kiosk mode policy that I've created to that particular group itself. I'll not be assigning any apps nor actions to this particular setup. So this would be the summary page of what I'm setting up and pushing down to the endpoint device. Okay. So what you need to do now is you actually need to click on deploy to actually deploy the policy to that group. So this is actually a mobile device that I have already registered and enrolled into the XenMobile server. Okay, so now I'll be pushing down the policies to the Samsung device. So this device that I have is actually a Samsung Note 3. Okay, so as you can see, the device is actually entering kiosk mode. That's the background picture that I have created. So as you can see over here, I can't actually see any of my apps that I have previously. And what I have enabled on the kiosk mode is basically Works Web. Okay, so users would still be able to launch Works Web in this instance. Okay, the applications will still be able to run with no issues, but they won't be able to access anything else on the system, such as the settings or the camera or things like that, or anything like that. Okay, so that's how you actually put a device into kiosk mode with specific applications on the home page. So now I'll actually show you how we can actually remove the kiosk mode from the device. Okay, so basically we'll go back to our device policies, and over here you actually need to create a separate policy. So we actually create another kiosk policy over here. So this policy would be to actually removing the kiosk mode from the device, and I've actually pre-created that policy as well. So in this case, I've named my removal policy remove underscore kiosk. Okay. In the kiosk mode, I'll actually select disable. Okay. And from the delivery groups, what we'll do is we'll actually navigate in, go to our policies. I'll remove the kiosk mode policy from here, and I'll actually drag and drop the remove kiosk mode policy onto the delivery group, right? And from here, I'll actually do a deployment to my Android device. And as you can see, my Samsung device has actually returned back to normal state. Okay, so that's all for my session. Thank you for watching.